We want to talk about now how is CEE catching up with Western Europe in food tech and agri-tech. Here to talk about it, Piotr Grabowski, co-founder at Foodtech.ac. Piotr, are you ready? Please join me on the stage. And our clock is about to start. Make sure you enjoy it. It's all yours.
Ooh, thanks. Hello, everyone. My name is Piotr Grabowski, and I'm both co-founder of the Foodtech Accelerator, also putting up on VC fund to invest in foodtech and agri-tech startups here in Europe. And first, I want to say to you, welcome to Poland. And there's a mistake here, so you already know that this presentation was not made by AI, but by me. People make mistakes. But I hope this is the only one in the presentation. So welcome to Poland. Foodtech Congress is kind of like one of the, in my opinion, one of 14 major foodtech events in Europe. You probably, a lot of you to go to many other events. Who's going to Hack Summit to Lausanne? Who's going, okay, who has been to FNA next year? Oh yeah, so you see. Who is coming or will be coming to Foodtech London? Great, great. So, but you're in Poland. This is the second edition of Foodtech Congress here. I'm super happy that we are able to host that kind of event in Central Eastern Europe. So I hope you have a good time. Today, I want to give you a glimpse of what are those differences between Central Eastern Europe and Western Europe, and what job did startups and investors here did in the last years. But just to rewind, give you a background of my foodtech story and kind of confess to you. So 6 years ago, I knew nothing about food and foodtech. Well, maybe except that was my relation with foodtech and food. But then my co-founder, actually, who is sitting here, approached me with the idea. He's an experienced food business owner. That's actually him. To build an ecosystem of foodtech startups, to invest, not invest only and build only one startup, but to build an accelerator and build dozens of startups. I was just around my 30s, wanted to change something in my life, and actually it worked. We put up our own acceleration program, which is now operating, and we are working with early stage startups to help them launch on the market. We also kind of market agent. So we work with all the food and agri-tech players here on the market. No matter if they are on our portfolio, if they are our customers or not, we are helping to grow the ecosystem here, yes? So scientists, entrepreneurs, old-fashioned entrepreneurs, old food industry, new food industry, food tech guys, scientists. This is our job to connect them. Also, we are kind of most experienced food tech investor here in the region, early stage investors. So far, we have been investing our own small angel tickets. Now, we're on our road to putting our own VC fund. And also, we are kind of community and ecosystem animators. So before Foodtech Congress happened, we were doing many events like, dinners, demo days, meetups in terms of food tech, the first ones in Poland, actually, yes. So that was our role. Over 350 startups applied to our acceleration program. 37 of them were accelerated in 7 batches. We picked the most interesting ones. 13 of them got funded. And that is one of our demo days, which happened last year, I guess. So Central Eastern Europe, how does it look like? So just to remind, just give you a few numbers. It's 14% of European population. And in whole Europe, in the last 5 years, 2019, 2023, there were over 28 billion euro invested in foodtech and agri-tech startups. For Central Eastern Europe, it was 2.5 billion. So it's kind of like 8–9%. So this is the pressure which is now, this is the emphasis which is put on the Central Eastern Europe, we've just put in the recent years. But let's go through who is driving the market. Like, who are the players, who are the ones, which countries, which startups are the ones here who are, should be visible. So the largest fundraised already in the food and agri-tech area was Polish startup dealing with insect proteins. It's Hypromine, 22 million euro. The Trapiu from Slovenia, pest monitoring system, 70 million euro, followed by Agronom from Estonia, 15 million. Click and Grow from Estonia as well. So you see different areas. Guys are dealing with different areas with farming management, indoor gardening solution, products. This is kind of variety of startups. Munch, Hungary, on the list. Again, Poland, fresh inset. You meet the guy. You will get to know guys here today. They are somewhere on the audience or maybe meeting with investors at the moment. Smart Lunch, which actually raised that huge round this year. Sandoz, personalized supplements. BB Concierge from Romania. And last but not least, of my 11 picks for today, the vertical farming startup from Lithuania. However, which country is the most interesting one? And it's Estonia. So Estonia has actually raised that much capital for food tech and agri-tech startup, but there is one reason behind it. They had these extra rounds for Bolt, actually for part of Bolt, which is Bolt Foods. Similar story happens with Czechia. So we have 244 million euros pumped in there during last 5 years, but there's one major round by Rocklick. So if we remove that, then Poland will be mostly standing out. 82 million euro, no yet huge round except maybe Hypromine, which was the largest one, which you see, 131 runs. So we are kind of like the center here, but look also for Estonia and Czechia, there are innovations there. And followed by Hungary, 54 rounds, 33 million euro invested. 9% of capital invested in Europe goes to Central Eastern Europe. But are Western investors really interested in CEE? So I've been going through events, and I hear, yes, we are interested. I was going to abroad. We went to food tech events in the US, to Western Europe, to Hack Summit, to Future Food Tech London, to Sweden Big Meet, and they are interested. But there are some problems with Central Eastern European startups. Let's say, call it properly, challenges. One is round sizes, second one is valuations, third one is visibility, and fourth one is stage they're at. So, first, why is everyone raising 250k euro? That was the question asked by investors, probably, I don't remember, but probably from World Fund to me 2 years ago. Guys, everyone from Poland everyone from Central Eastern Europe is raising such a small tickets. Our tickets started 1 million euro, €500,000 at least, yeah? But why everyone raising 250k? Because they couldn't fundraise in Poland. Polish food tech ecosystem didn't exist before 2018, yes? There were no investors, no VC funds for that area, no angels, and even raising such a small amount of money was not an easy game in Poland. That's why they're trying to reach the Western investor with that ticket. Hopefully, it's changing. By a recent report published by Polish Development Fund, the median of the investment tickets fundraise moved to €500,000, so it's better. And I guess it's slowly be moving to €1 million as a first preset ticket for startup, because that's what we are talking here, yes? The second question popped out by major investors: why the valuations are so low? It basically, you can divide them by 4, which happens in Western Europe, yes? And it's no matter of euro and Polish zloty relation, which is exactly 4:1, or 1:4. But the reason is that if those startups didn't have investors to raise from, they had to take any money. That was the reason the valuations were low. Also, investors were not educated. Both startups and agri-tech startups, before we educated the market together, me, other startups, other investors, over this last 5 years, they even didn't know how to value those companies. They were like this old-fashioned way, old food world, thinking of business, not like scalability and growth. But also, we've done our homework. I hope that you as investors in upcoming years, you will see the ambition of Polish startups raising their pre-seed rounds rather on 10 or 20 million euro valuations, 5, but not 2 or 3 or 4, which happened during like last years. Another question which Laura from Foodtech actually asked me, Piotr, why is it so quiet from Poland? Like, we have got a lot of news about Foodtech startup, but nothing from Poland. And that's another thing that Polish founders, investors should work on. We need to go abroad. We need to go to that kind of event. So we are super open for invitations. I'm personally encouraging every Polish startup to go and choose. I'm like sending all these invitations for conference, and I encourage you to go. Because those startups are super ambitious. They just didn't go out of their, let's say, bed, which is Poland. And it's too early for us. Watch out. This 2024, 2028 perspective is going to change everything. As you know, the new EU perspective and new EU money are being released to the market. They also will be provided to startups and VC funds. So it will be billions of euro for startups. That means that those startups which fundraise in the previous, let's say, 5 years period and now have survived on the market and built their businesses, they're gonna be growing both on Polish money and money raised from you abroad. So that's kind of like how I perceive it. And just to give you kind of a glimpse, like what kind of startups you can look at, what are my favorite ones, what are my favorite picks, what I perceive might be kind of companies from Poland, because it's here we are, which you're gonna be reading about in news and newspapers, rather news, online media, which probably will be able to attract the international investors. I had to pick something. Sorry, guys, I couldn't present anyone. I'm trying to support all startups in Poland, but these are my top picks. So one is Serio. These guys are making wonderful plant-based cheeses, and you will meet them at the Polish Foodtech Zone today. Try their products. They're amazing in marketing, super productive in terms of producing and composing new food products. I really like them, and that's one of my picks. That's kind of their products. The second one, Rebred, which is also present here. They're working super hard IP stuff to deliver the technology which will change the industry of upcycling the bread waste and other wastes. Yeah, I love them. I think that they are super. They're kind of like, they have very broad perspective of an ambition of looking like broadly at the whole world, not only on CEE region or Europe. They are turning bread waste into peelings, spices, even high quality alcohol, which is super tasteful. EcoBean, another Polish company, upcycling coffee waste. And they already be pretty loud around Europe, but I think that Marcin and his team his team will provide you something which will be outstanding on the European and world scale in terms of upcycling the coffee bread. They are changing it to many products. Some of them are like those coffee, all those chemicals, like organic chemicals, which can transform the industry. The other startup, Foodtech, it's kind of like one of the fastest growing currently in Poland. It's a marketplace for managing surplus food. I think that one of the most ambitious Polish founders here, and watch him out, because I think that soon, upcoming years, they're gonna launch new markets, not only Poland. And last but not least, Fresh Inset, super like IP intense company, which is like producing stickers to extend the shelf life of the products. They just do that kind of stickers to which are putting in the plastic or other packaging with the fruits and vegetables, and that's extending the shelf life and reducing the rotting time, like slows down the rotting process. Yes. So these are my picks, but there are many others. I see great founders. I see Gaminate here. I see Foodjack, amazing plant-based tuna replacement, and other like all the best fish alternatives I've ever tried. Other guys from Poland? Who is from Poland yet here? Okay, they are at the Polish Foodtech. Protein rice. So, guys, take your time. Get to know as many founders from Poland and CEE as possible. I hope you enjoyed your time in Warsaw. Please make sure to try all the products on the Polish Foodtech Zone. And remember, there are some challenges, as always, with the Central Eastern Europe. We're a bit delayed, but we are catching up. Those founders have ambition. The scientists are much better every year with commercialization and patenting their solutions. And I think that what you've seen on the last past years, we did our homework. Both us, startups, investors, we did our homework, and we will be coming to you, to the Western markets, to fundraise and help you and us build the global business together here from CEE. Thank you very much.